President Obama arrives there tomorrow. Again, we're looking for unity. But Rudy Giuliani says the Black Lives Matter movement is anything but unifying. He calls the group inherently racist. Watch this.
It's inherently racist because, number one, it divides us. All lives matter. And when the presidential candidate, the governor of Maryland, made the statement that all lives matter, they intimidated him into changing it to Black Lives Matter. All lives matter. White lives, black lives, all lives.
All right, Sirius XM radio patriot host and Fox News contributor David Webb is with us. I want to talk the issue of leadership. The president goes to Dallas tomorrow. His job surely is to unite the country, to lead us all forward together. Can he do it?
He wasn't elected as a uniter. For 7 years, he hasn't been a uniter.
But he was elected as a uniter.
No, he wasn't.
He was.
No, he wasn't.
People, many white people voted for him to bring the two racial sides
Here's a key difference.
Together.
What they did was they carved up people into segments, special interest groups. If you're Life of Julia, you're this. If you're black, you're this. If you're Hispanic, you're this. And amalgamated a vote. Obama was never a uniter. And when he goes to Dallas, and it's not just Dallas, it's to all officers and officers' families, to first responders around this country. Where's his credibility when he started out with Professor Gates by saying, well, we don't have all the facts, but we know the police acted stupidly? Or he supports, along with the DNC and the Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders, Black Lives Matter, or the Congressional Black Caucus. He's the leader of his party. He can certainly go to his party and say that hands up, don't shoot is a lie. Instead, he perpetuates the lie.
Has he tilted? I mean, there is a racial divide, and it's emerged very recently. There is a divide. Has he tilted towards one side of it? Has he?
He was always on one side of it. Watch him from Harvard on. There are videos. Watch him from his early days, even through his state Senate days. Realize that Barack Obama is an ideologue, as I said in January 2009, because I've observed him. I was invested in his color. I don't care whether he's black, white, or half black or half white. I care that we have a good president. And he has lost credibility with many in the law enforcement community and their families because he either minimizes, diminishes, or backs off when officers are attacked, but he goes heavy when it's on the Black Lives Matter side. Parity is not there.
Now we have Al Sharpton. He's calling out the NRA, National Rifle Association, for what he calls a whites-only approach to gun rights. Watch this, David.
Now, I miss the NRA coming out defending their gun rights that they legally have. Where is the NRA now? Maybe you mean the Second Amendment are for whites only.
I'd call that flat out divisive. When you say you.
I reached for it while we were listening to Al Sharpton. This is my NRA card. When I signed up for the NRA and my membership, they didn't check my ethnicity. It doesn't exist. Al Sharpton, who is the race baiter in chief of this country, goes out and, like Tawana Brawley and others, he throws out a false argument or a boogeyman. And NRA for whites only is his way of doing that. It's the old dog whistle approach that he uses. The fact is, Alton Sterling had an illegal gun. We'll have to still adjudicate and have due process whether it was a good shoot or a bad shoot. But in that case, it was an illegal gun. Questions in Minneapolis still in the process. He was a legal concealed carry permittee. So there are issues to be discussed. But Al Sharpton is irrelevant. His TV show failed. His radio show failed. He's a failure, and he has been a failure for the black community. He has been a failure for the American community.
All right. David Webb, thank you very much for joining us. Busy news day. I'm moving on real fast.
They
NRA
didn't
member.
check my ethnicity when I joined.
That's true.
It's that simple.
Okay. Thank you, David.